What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Bring the Thunder podcast. I'm here with Thunder Talk, aka Satbeer, and myself. Today we're gonna do something pretty cool. We're gonna go over and react to the last about 6.5 minutes of the fourth quarter fury by the Thunder last night, starting with lose 3 to cut the lead to 2. First, we're gonna just react to it, and then we'll get into some breakdown. So, obviously, we got the screen up. Right now, we got 6.5 left.
Man, I remember watching this last night. This three was huge.
What a shot by Lou. I mean, no hesitation in that shot at all. This was going into the timeout.
J. Will coming into the game changed it for us. I think you mentioned this on the podcast last night, how he brings it on both ends from playmaking and three-point shooting. So J. Will with the kick out was huge for us. And this was big too. They missed a lot of shots down the stretch.
I also like the matchup with J-Dub and Gordon. I didn't mind that at all.
Yeah, definitely don't mind that. I loved Lou Dort sitting, on the side of Jokic so he can't go in any further or try to take J. Will off the dribble there. They get a miss. And then this was crunch time right here, man.
Yeah, this is where we locked in.
Yeah.
You got the foul there.
Yep. He hit some big free throws. He's been consistent for us on the free throw line. I think he may be our best fourth quarter free throw guy.
He's stepping up to the plate, man. I love this guy. His growth in this playoff has been amazing, and I hope it continues.
Yeah. You
guys should have seen me around this time. I was holding my breath. Chest was hurting. I hated that foul call, but
man, I'm gonna pause and kind of go back.
Yeah,
I need to talk about this.
Go ahead.
I'll slow this down as well so we can get the playback speed a little bit slower. We'll 0.5 this. Great. This is a normal set that they run with putting Chet into the mix because he's a little bit smaller, so he's easier to back down. But J. Will played extremely good defense right here. There was no foul to be called here. And, Jokic has gotten a lot of calls, and him being the MVP, garners calls. But this was what I like to call like a ghost call. Like there was no foul on this play. What do you think?
I think rewind it real quick.
Yeah, we'll rewind it a little bit.
I think he caught J. Will in an odd spot. And, he's really smart at putting the pressure on the officials to make that call. And J. Will wasn't straight up at the time. Yeah, I think they're going to call that 100 times out of 100. It's frustrating, but it's just a smart move by him. Yeah, but the response is good.
I'll speed this up a little bit for us.
I like Shai getting into the middle of the paint there. This is the air ball. That was like when he airballed that shot, I thought it might have been over. I'm not going to lie. Yeah. But I mean, I like Shai's aggressiveness this whole quarter was something that we've been waiting to see, man. And it was just it fired me up last night, especially because I think he's also growing. He's still a young player as well, but he's our leader, so he's got to make the right plays definitely in the last 5 minutes of the game.
Yeah, he made the right play there. Just didn't fall. And then look at this, missed shots.
I mean, listen, we're cool with Jokic shooting the threes. If he's knocking them down, so be it. That one I didn't love. But Lou, look at Lou saving the game.
Yeah, that was a game saving.
J. Will,
great playmaking again. I think he's
one right there.
He's got to get more minutes throughout the game. We got to figure it out.
I hope he will. I mean, he's been so effective in this series.
I think the sweet spot for Hartenstein minutes is around like 25. That's a rip through typical call.
Yeah. So my thing is, can you pause it with that? My thing is with the rip through. I could have swore, and Shai gets these calls too. I'm not like I'm complaining here, but I could have swore that the NBA banned rip throughs and banned like that foul when guards are driving into the middle of the paint and they push back and get fouled from behind. That lasted like 3 months, like 3 years ago, and then it just returned like nothing ever happened. But whatever, they get 2 free throws there. Thing that bothers me with those fouls is like Denver's in the bonus the last 5 minutes of the game, so it's It's hard to win.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, smart play. If they're gonna still call it, and then you're gonna keep doing it. And Jokic knows all the plays to get the calls.
Yeah, he's smart,
He's really
man.
smart. Yeah, he's really smart. Another kick out by Shai. J-Dub in the paint. I love the fact that J-Dub and Shai can get into the paint kind of at will against this team. It won't be the same case against like a Timberwolves team.
Right.
Yeah.
I love the fact that they're continuing to be aggressive like this. Like, I know Shai just shot that 3 earlier, but these last 4 minutes, he really starts getting aggressive. Hartenstein big right there.
Yeah, big putback. I didn't like the fadeaway by Chet on the smaller player, but he comes
we'll
back with
take
a
that.
huge help defensive block. I mean,
That's
he's
why we
great
need him on
as
the weak side help, man.
yeah, he's great when he's
Look at that.
inside the paint.
Right to the rim. Every time, if he finds a little bit of an opening, he's going to go now. Like, he's ready.
Yeah, I'm surprised they let him go 1-on-1 there. They've been running that, zone. So no call right there. I actually preferred that. They got pretty handsy.
We live
Yeah.
with threes from this team, man. You got to.
Right here is when I gotta pause it. Right there in this type of possession. I know how this possession plays out.
Yeah.
Dude, every Thunder fan's like heart was pounding on this possession. I promise. I'm gonna rewind it a little bit. Just this play happened, and then the corner shot happens, the miss. We can't get a board. In the previous possessions, we hadn't had a board as well. They had a bunch of offensive boards. So this possession was huge. We couldn't get this one. Around 4 defenders, Jokic comes up with the ball there.
He's just always in the right spots, man. Super
not
smart,
even just that. He's in a crazy rebounding big. I mean, you practically can't stop him from rebounding.
And then they go back into it's like a 2-3 matchup zone almost. Now they're going 3-2.
Let's go back to this. Look at the formation here. It's actually like one guy's kind of a little bit higher, and Jokic seems like he's, down in the paint, but he actually steps into the middle most of the time when they pass it into the middle because they know that's where we're looking to attack this zone, and that's where Shai's sweet spots are right on top of that, key area. So that's where they have Jokic.
We've been able to exploit this zone a bit. I'm kind of happy with it, especially last night. We've been able to get into the middle of the zone, and that alley-oop is wide open every single time, and I'm happy that they're realizing it. This zone is tough. They're long players, long defenders, and it's like a matchup 2-3-3-2. It's very odd. It's an NBA zone is what I like to call it. But you still got to attack middle. It's still like the number one rule.
It feels like a combination of like a box and one and a 2-3 and a 1-3-1. Like they mix it up so much in the possession itself that it kind of confuses the team because it's like it's not one solidified zone read. They kind of do it according to who has the ball. If Shai has the ball, this person will step up to him. If it's anyone else dribbling up the court, they're just locking down the middle so Shai can't get there because he's going to be off the ball. So it's very interesting how they've been playing this. But look at this. I slowed it down.
See how
Mark makes the call. So we got Chet coming up for the screen. And this is the best way to break this down. Look at this. Look at how it transitioned from how it looked at, It
was a 2-3 and now it's a 3-2.
That's what I'm saying. They change it according to, and then as I mentioned, this is how they want it. They want the box created down here and, the point of attack defender on Shai so he can't get into the middle. That's essentially 3 defenders, guarding this whole area. So really smart zone action. And then he breaks it down right there. But this is the problem.
Right in the middle. Right in the middle.
Great alley-oop action. Great play call by Mark. But this is the action that they're pretty much saying, Shai, we're not going to let you get any mid-range shots off. That's their big key. And that's been kind of the Bucks plan, the Lakers plan against Shai. And they're kind of following the same thing. And, we'll take the free bucket.
We'll take that
every team, every team from this series to the next and onwards, they're going to be limiting Shai in the mid-range.
That's fine as long as he continues to make the right play. Go back one time actually. Go back one time for this.
I got you, man. We'll do it.
Look how quickly he attacks. He didn't waste any time, and then as long as you make the right play, they're going to score against the zone at will. They didn't see zone very often, so it took some time to get used to. But they diced the zone up. There goes Jokic. I don't know what the hell that was.
He's trying to, when you're exhausted and you don't have a backup big coming in for
And then he
you.
hits Isaiah in the face.
Yeah, when you don't have anyone coming back in for you, you have to save energy. And the best way to do that is to get to the free throw line. So they're doing everything they can. 41, 15, and 5. When I saw that on the screen, I was like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, we went over it last night. Half his points were from the free throw line and the 3-point line. So, I mean, I guess we got to live with that.
Yep. This right here.
Getting
huge,
downhill and the midi and
huge.
one. Dude,
And one,
like,
man.
he was so consistent with his process last night. It was, if they're 1v1ing me, I'm getting to my spot, or I'm going straight to the rack. If we're hitting the zone, he's just making the right play and trusting his teammates, which is awesome. Awesome. A lot of growth, especially in the last couple games from this guy.
Yeah. They actually got away from their zone on this. They went back to kind of a man-to-man action, and they were still kind of, having a guy step up here, but they should have rushed him way sooner as a defensive unit. Like, you can't let Shai have this space right here. He lives in this space.
That's his
You
word.
have to, you cannot. You have to push him out to the corners, push him to hit a three. You cannot let him go one-on-one isolation there, especially in a crucial,
and knock down the free
game 5.
throw. Knock down the free throw, which is big.
Yeah. We know he's going to do that. He's, one of the best free throw shooters in the league.
Oh, here it comes. Here it comes.
Oh gosh.
We all knew it was coming. You just can't stop it, man. I mean, excellent defense.
Lakers fans know exactly how that feels right there. Like,
Lakers fans don't know how to win the game after, though. That's the problem.
Yeah, I'm gonna slow this down. What are your thoughts? What are your thoughts when he has the ball right here? Like, we know what's happening.
I was watching with my big brother, and while he was dribbling down, like before he got to that turnaround three, I was like, he's gonna make the damn three. He's gonna shoot the three, and he's gonna make it. And listen, Chet is 7'9" with his hands up, and he's still just it's like it's nothing. No rim, straight through the net, no reaction. The dude's unbelievable, but
he didn't even look back.
No,
he didn't even look back. He knew it was butter. That's crazy.
Look at DeAndre Jordan. He's like, what the heck?
Man hasn't seen a minute this series.
When they started showing this, I was like, they're going to be showing this at the end of the game.
This fan's reaction was the whole stadium pretty much, and everyone watching as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
But our boys responded.
44 points in a game like this. This felt like game 1 to me, except we actually executed.
What do you do there? I mean, great defense. Great defense. Luckily enough, we were, that was a shot to tie the game, and we had the ball, and we had to go respond, and that's exactly what we do here. So let's go see this. I like this. I like this action. They give the J-Dub, give it right back to Shai.
Yep, me too. I love this. They practice this all the time. If you watch them in practice, I don't know if I should be sharing this information, but if coaches and scouts and whatever NBA personnel wanted to scout the Thunder, these guys practice this action during practice like all the time. Every time I see a practice clip, it's between him and J-Dub doing this.
This play is exactly what I'm talking about with just making the right plays here. He's double teamed. He goes to Lou, who's been hot. Ball back into Shai's hands. Gets downhill. Too many people around him. Back to Lou.
He was not going to settle on this play. I love this.
He was looking for a shot.
Settled.
He was looking for a shot. They double him. Fine, I'll give it to Lou. He's been hot. One more, wide open. And then you just got to trust J-Dub to make that shot, and he's been excellent all playoffs. So.
Man.
His reaction here, too, when he started screaming at his wrist was awesome.
Yeah. I didn't catch that on the live feed, but I saw it afterwards.
That was great.
Yeah. This right here, great.
Good weak side help.
Yeah, great weak side help. We've been sitting on Jokic's right hand because he's really comfortable with the right hand hook. He's practically probably like a 70-80% shooter with his right hand going back to the basket. Yeah, might as well be like 80%. So we'll live with anyone else shooting in this type of possession. That's pretty much what I was yelling at.
Another by J-Dub.
Yep.
It's the hustle plays, man. It's the hustle plays. I think Alex Caruso has a lot to do with that for this team. Yeah, seeing how he hustles and how Lou hustles.
They're back to the zone.
But this is what we want, though. The zone's spread out. We got 5 out with a screen coming.
Yep.
Let Shai
We
do his
want the zone. And I love the play call here to kind of switch it up and put Hartenstein. So that way we bring up Jokic, and Jamal can't help because he's not going to be able to guard Hartenstein on a
right.
pick and roll situation. Great. We got the guy we want. He's absolutely exhausted.
And then we
Can't
get
step up. And then boom. Biggest shot
He's been
of his
looking for
career,
that
to be
shot.
honest.
He's been looking for that shot all series. I've been on him about it just because I know he can get to the rim so efficiently, but great shot. You got to be
I want
confident.
to point out another crazy Shai Gilgeous-Alexander stat I saw right before this recording. He's shooting like 2 more attempts from 3 this series than the previous Mav series.
Yep.
That itself shows the Thunder personnel. Like after we lost, Sam Presti put out a press briefing, and he mentioned that we're going to be shooting a lot more volume threes. We're going to become a volume three-point shooting team during the regular season, and they've carried that through into the playoffs. Obviously, we're not on the same level of like the Celtics or anything like that, but we've stepped it up enough to where our 3-point shooting is impactful.
Good help by J-Dub there just to slow it down a bit.
Yep.
Good D by Chet. And listen, we forced them to go to Porter Jr. twice down the stretch here.
Yep.
That's their last 2 shots was Porter Jr. So,
and he's got a hurt shoulder, so we'll take that all day.
I couldn't believe how close he was to making that 3, man. Rewind that.
Yeah, let's.
I mean, he's been unbelievable all series.
I thought this was in.
He's got something to play for as well.
I'm gonna pause it. This is how slow motion it was watching me watching this and him shooting it and us contesting, and I'm like, this is PJ Washington all over again. And luckily he missed. And we get the board. That was huge too.
It was that close.
Yeah, it was really, really close. And then on top of that, I love Chet's hustle to, not let Jokic get that. And then Shai coming in for the rebound. And that's something that you mentioned in game 4. We can't have lazy rebounding by any of the guards. And between Shai, J-Dub, and Dort, they all rebounded and hustled and, made a bunch of out of bounds.
The rebound numbers were great last night.
Yeah. And then right here, we wanted in our best player's hands, best free throw shooter.
Yep.
One of the best free throw shooters in the league. We'll trust this.
He was sitting
nine
on 9
out of. Yeah, we'll trust this 9 out of 10 times, maybe even more than that. So
got to.
This is where that was pretty much it, and the whole stadium's going wild.
Paycom takes over.
Yeah, and then the aura around the stadium and post game, and my DMs being flooded by everyone. This feels like 2012, man. After this win, it feels like that Western Conference Finals win that we had against the Spurs. We can sense we're so close to the finals. Obviously, we got to close it out in Denver, but that's kind of the aura that I was getting after the win, and during this moment specifically, just seeing everyone in the stadium. They weren't loud throughout the whole. Obviously, they were cheering and everything, but everyone was really locked in from the Thunder fan perspective and the players themselves. Everyone was locked in for this game. 30 points, 5 of 5 from the free throw line, and solid shooting efficiency.
I mean, can't ask for much better. Sit around 50% just for him, especially.
Yep. Right here, let's see what kind of play they're running. It's for Jamal. I'm surprised Jokic didn't go for the pick and roll there, but now it's just pretty much the free throw battle. We kind of know how this ends up.
J-Dub actually missed one here.
Yeah, that was a shocker. He's been really good at the free throw line. It was kind of just a weird miss, kind of hit the front, went to the left. Usually that just falls right in. He has a really good shooter's touch in general, but we just needed him to make one just to ease everyone's hearts, and boom, we get that one. The way we won this game was just on, our defense, our fourth quarter execution.
Great defense by Caruso, man.
And good great play. And great boards, great hustle, great play calling by Mark Dagnall on the 2 plays that we kind of broke down at the end there. So, man,
You guys want to watch we fix an old car with us? No, but
Yeah.
I was gonna
Yeah.
mention something. Something that really stood out to me there towards the end of the game, but that whole stretch is you saw a lot of jump shots from Denver, and I think that's a bit showing. I think they are a bit tired. I think they're going to be even more tired by the time Thursday comes around tomorrow because they had a game 7. They're already in game 6 of a harder fought series. And for them to be relying on jump shots down the stretch is a good sign for OKC for sure. And if they're going to make them, so be it. But they're not a great shooting team, so I'd like our chances with that. And the way that we were able to put our foot on the gas after Lou made those threes and attack the rest of the game is a sign that I think it's pointing in the right direction for OKC.
Yeah. If you guys appreciated us doing this fourth quarter breakdown and want to see similar videos to this is a little different than our typical content where we just do recaps or, post game lives. We'd love to do more content like this. So please, drop some likes, drop some comments on what you guys thought about the game and the fourth quarter execution. Drop your predictions for game 6 in the comments below, and we'll see you guys next time.
Thunder up, baby. Let's go.